Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. Through the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, on the highway, and in the driveway. Isn't that strange? Cause I'm trying through the climb, I ain't like pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's like the key ingredient is belief. They'll see with the negativity, but I just gotta like that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that can change. You can flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst I say, turn it to a game. Take the best I say, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past, start a pain, and you find a door. Open it up, and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 still go, go, slow, still go, there's no hope, still go, I never answer to no, I still go.
Well, hello there. A little bit of a late night stream. What's happened with the people? 1 year since Sebastian went missing. We're going to talk about it as a little open panel, just me and the community. What's up, Winter Rose? I see you. Became a member. We're going to talk about it, and I'm going to compare about some stuff. You see the title. I didn't really want to make that title that, but it is the truth. People have to start looking outside the box, and I'll explain that and where I'm coming from with that. But outside that discussion, last live that we did, I had a lot of laughs with going over these dog the bounty hunter interviews. I was cracking up actually after the live. It was one of my favorite lives. So we have to jump back into that. And I think before we get into that, today I released a video on Ernie Shell, massive tragedy pimp, someone who has inserted himself on the green team, someone who has tried to interject in the Sebastian Rogers case. He's done treacherous things in the Summer Wells case. And I got to give a shout out to my supporters, man. I really appreciate you guys. I let that video go before I left for work today. You guys know I have a new job. I work weird shifts. That's why we're live so late, because I work from 2 p.m. to 10. But I let that thing go about 11 o'clock. And I got about an hour ride to work. As soon as I pull in the parking lot at work with wifey, I get an email. Bing. Probation officer's number to Ernie Shell. So absolutely, as promised, we shall call live tonight. It's a must. It has to be done. And it will continue to be done until he's canceled, because this guy is a complete asshole. He doesn't do anything for these cases. And it's just treacherous to watch him crawl back into the streets of YouTube and try to get a presence. I don't even like talking about the guy because he's absolutely a nobody. I mean, he faked AIDS, for Christ's sakes. Should I say anything else? Cancer, AIDS, he's got it all. What really he has is a blown out asshole from the incarceration he just did. We'll get there in a minute. But, and actually, I think I'll tell the probation officer that on the phone call. But more importantly, before Tragedy Pimps, Sebastian is gone 1 year today. 1 year. Look, I'll tell y'all something that I probably shouldn't. No problem. I've been in contact with Chris, and Chris Proudfoot. Good dude. He'll lend you his ear for quite some time. You know, but I don't want to say too much more than that. I see this interview today, and I haven't even traveled the streets. Usually I travel the streets. I don't want to say I want to. Some people I proudly hate watch, but others I just can't stand. I can't stand to go into those chats. And I didn't do any of that today because, you know, for months, you have Sebastian's missing, and all these people are calling on is, you know, where's Katie and this and that. People just simply don't listen. You know, Chris has said, I believe it was in the Elevated Truth interview, he's like, I'm not going to go on any YouTube channels. I will go on major media. Can anybody help me get on the major media platforms? He said it. If you just roll back the clips, he said it. You know, and that's just what happened. But the reason I didn't watch any of these idiots' channels today is because it doesn't matter what Katie or Chris said. They're going to get crucified. This is why I hate true crime YouTube. It's weird for me to say this. I hate it, but I love it. Here's why. The media has not given us anything that YouTube has. YouTube have provided so many interviews and so much in-depth information that we can get. I mean, for fuck's sakes, one of the parents has a channel, right? You know, the media can only do so much, right? So YouTube is good like that. But at the same time, I hate to see parents get involved on YouTube because of where we're at in the case. I didn't travel and do any watching on the channels that I dislike or usually review because they're going to pick apart anything and everything said that these people say. And in a minute, I'll play the clip, the shortened clip, one that I posted on my community wall of the interview that was done. But, you know, I just want to say this for what it's worth, man. And then I'll get to the comments. Let me just finish my thought. I say this like with all the, like, I really mean this. People have to start looking outside the box here. It is easy to start a YouTube channel and attack parents. It really is. It really, really is. We see it all the time. From case to case, no matter what child it is, you have all these weirdo YouTube channels popping up, right? Where do these people come from? They're just talking good because they're blaming the parents and they're selling it good. And people just veer to drama. People will just flock to it, right? It happens. I've witnessed it. I've been around here a couple of years. And it's sad to see, you know, for myself, I've been to prison. I've been around killers. I've been around the worst of the worst. It's true. I've admitted it. And for any of my haters out there that have anything to say, I've not only lived it and got out, I monetized it. While you're out here monetizing, exploiting the children in missing people cases and attacking the parents, I monetized what happened to inside the prison. That's what I monetized. And for the record, you scumbags, I own a house and we just bought a BMW. So suck something long and black, in Dog the Bounty Hunter's words. But it's not about any of that. You have to look outside the box, because if you keep blaming the parents, and back to the prison stuff, being around killers and like people who really killed people. I lived in a cell once with the dude, literally, who this guy killed somebody for the running back of the Tennessee Titans. I forget his name. The dude with the dreadlocks. He's got a whole bunch of tattoos on his face. I don't know if he runs the ball for the Titans anymore or not. I've told the story. It's on my channel. I got all the facts on that. You can check the records, the receipts. I was in the cell with him. He was like a celebrity. He was a gang member, right? He was a killer. I lived in the cell with him. But I was around all these dudes all the time, right? I only tell you that, not to brag or boast about it, because I wish I never was in there. I wish I never had to monetize it. I wish I never had to admit that. And I wish I stayed out. But the fact of the matter is, it happened to me. And I lived around people who kill people, murdered people, chomos, the worst of society. I tell you all this because I spend time with the Wells. YouTube will tell you they are the worst people in the world. They have absolutely killed Summer Wells in the most retarded theories in the world that don't add up at all to law enforcement. You have a moron, Ernie Shell, another call probation officer, who has a fake voicemail of some woman calling some moron talking about Don mid killing the child with a hammer. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. But this is what these green team people do. This is what these people do. And I spent time with the Wells, and I don't catch that vibe around them. I've lived minute after minute, after hour, after hour, after week, after week, after month, after month, after fucking year, after year around these people. And I know what them people look like. I know how they act. Nobody can tell me different, and nobody can argue that. And I don't get that vibe whatsoever when I'm around the Wells. That's why I stand on their innocence. Plus, nobody on YouTube will ever hit this panel and debate me on the case of how they think they're guilty, because it's going to revolve around YouTube shit, which makes abso-fucking-lutely 0 cents compared to what law enforcement says. Let's fast forward to Sebastian Rogers. The same thing is going on. I haven't spent time with Chris and Katie Proudfoot, but I've talked to them. I've talked to them. Don't get that vibe. I don't get that vibe. And sadly, Summer's been missing over 3 years. It's coming up. Her case is going to come cold. Because if you go to YouTube, everybody is stuck, hyper-focused on the parents. Where has that gotten you for 3 years? Has even one itty-bitty microscopic thing that any of you said been true? All of your theories combined, has anything even came to light? No, nothing. All debunked, stupid, retarded. And we're seeing the same things in the Sebastian Rogers case. I didn't watch those channels today because I'm tired of hearing Chris and Katie are guilty without any evidence. It's like it's so stupid to me how these channels. What's crazy is like they do good. Like I'd be better off coming on here. You guys know I do parodies and I can keep a straight face. I'd be better off being like, fucking Chris and Katie, guilty. And this is why. And just keep a straight face. Because these channels blow up. They do well. Same with the Summer Wells channels. But I mean, anyone with common sense looking at this, it's fucking ridiculous. The Epstein list comes out, the client list and the flight logs come out tomorrow. Will Dog the Bounty Hunter be on it? Well, he's a celebrity. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know. Seriously, though, that's a serious thing. It's child trafficking. Yes, I was in the prison. I understand the criminal element much more than anybody who subscribed to this channel even has a fraction of the understanding. What I can tell you is in 2025, gangs, cartels, organized crime, it is 1,000 times easier to yank a child off the street. Just go yank a kid. It's way more. There's way more profit involved in it. There's less risk involved in it. Think about it. If you're out there selling dope, hustling, right? I used to live that life and know all about it. You got to worry about snitches. You got to worry about people telling on you, plotting on you. You got to worry about a lot of shit. And you're going to get caught. It's actually a stupid career to choose. I'll be the first to tell you. But you're going to get caught, right? There's too much risk involved in it. Now, if you're involved in a gang or organization, it multiplies, right? It even multiplies. Then the gang has to worry about you snitching on them. They have to kill you. This and that. All type of shit goes on with it. But if there's a crime that can replace the drug hustle, if there's one crime that can replace the drug hustle, and there's less risk and way more money involved in it, why would you sell drugs? Why would you do any other crime? You don't think about this. If you're a criminal, you don't got to sell dope. You don't no robberies. Fuck all that. Too many witnesses, too many cameras. You can just go yank a kid. For the one kid you yank, it would replace like 8 months of you hustling dope. It would replace like 10 robberies you did. So why would you do any of that? This is rampant in our country. Human trafficking is wide open. We can't be so silly in every missing person case to sit here and blame the parents. Yes, it's true. There's some Jen Sotos in the world. And people should absolutely bash that bitch. People should absolutely do all the things they do to Don and Candace and Chris and Katie to Jen Soto. But why is it that they don't? Why is it? It's because if I started this channel attacking Chris and Katie, I'd be much bigger. It's easy because the question mark is there. The conspiracy is there. People flock to the what if. They're not making videos of Jen Soto. A woman who was dating her boyfriend and let her daughter go in a different room and sleep with him. They weren't long-time boyfriend, girlfriend. She would just like do this shit like they would be breaking up. He'd just move back in. Where's the videos on that? No, because there's no question mark. We know the facts. No views. The question mark is why they do it, people. Is why they do it. And I hope you, my subscribers, I know y'all think outside the box. There's gonna be some people in the bushes who are on the green team and all this, people who don't support me watching. I'm not talking to none of y'all. But my genuine supporters, Y'all have to recognize this. These people know what they're doing on YouTube, right? I have no problem clowning them, no problem joking them, no problem making parodies, no problem calling parole officers, none of that. I will always do that because I hate these people. But have enough wits in you to understand what they're doing. The problem with all this is this. The TBI gets flooded with all types of bogus bullshit YouTube tips all the time. I'm just breaking this down. How? I'm proud of my channel. I got almost 20,000 subs, right? I'm honest. Y'all, even my haters know I'm not on here capping. They may not like me because I make fun of their fucking favorite YouTube channels. Don't care. But they know I'm not on here capping. And I got 20,000 subs. But if I came on here and sold y'all some fucking wild conspiracies, I'd have 40 or 50,000 subs. Take a look around the YouTube streets. It's just that easy. You got to recognize that, man. You got to recognize that, hold that in, and understand it. But at the same time, also understand how many fraudulent tips come in from these jackass people and their fucking weirdo supporters who don't recognize that. They're just like looking at. I mean, the shit these people make up, the theories they say, it doesn't even legally like line up, make any sense. It's fucking retarded. But people will grasp onto it. And TBI, I watched the lady. I know she just fell asleep on her keyboard 2 minutes ago, but she told me something that I think you might need to know. Unplugged. How was my mic unplugged? How? How's it even possible? Steph, man, I don't think the dude did anything either. Okay? I look at Chris and Katie, they're quiet. They tried to go on social media in the beginning. They got a good taste of that. And they smartened up. Good for them. Utilize major news. Don't go to these channels. Fuck that. Seth, on the other hand, I don't think he did anything. But at the same time, the Epstein list, the client list, and the flight logs are coming out tomorrow. I do not think Seth Rogers did any foul play to his son. Did he? Is there GoFundMe money that people say? Sure. I don't care. I don't pocket watch any YouTuber. I don't care who gets $1,000 donation. I don't care. It's their supporters, and people can do whatever they want with their money. And for Christ's sakes, he's got a missing child. So if he made $80,000, don't care. Still doesn't make him do foul play, in my opinion. The only problem I have with Seth, and this is the last time I'm going to say this, is he admitted on the Whore Lodge that he met Katie 22 years old when she was 12. I'm not a dummy by any means. You're not going to sit here. Now there's sound.
They're lying. Not going to tell me that you met her at 12 and you're 22. And then years later, y'all just so happen to shack up in the same place. Like, you'd have to be in contact with her to tell her there's a space available, this and that. I'm just not a dummy. I'm not going for that. I'm not going that you met her at you're 22, she's 12, and then magically when she's 18, y'all just rekindle, y'all just landed in the same space, living together, and started talking. It doesn't work like that. It's called grooming. That's all I'm going to say. Does that make him guilty or do foul play to Sebastian? I don't know. I don't know if Chris and Katie did it, and I don't know if Seth did it. I don't think neither one of them did it. I think it's weird, that whole thing. And I'll stand on that. Doesn't make me bashing him. I'm not saying he did anything to Sebastian. I don't like the people he hired. I think they're all weird. The Green Team I've been clowning for years, well before Sebastian was missing. They just weren't called that then. But we got to think outside the box. People look at people, man. I'm going to say this real fast. If you haven't seen Sound of Freedom, man, you better watch. You don't have to watch Sound of Freedom. Just watch 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And if you haven't watched Sound of Freedom, let me explain. In the first 5 minutes before the movie starts, it shows clips of parents with their kids walking down the street, turning around, someone snatching a kid. There's so many clips in the first 5 minutes. And in the beginning intro of the movie, there is some kids in like a third world country, and it's a broke country, and the parents get an offer for a modeling gig on the daughter. And the offer's pretty good. The father says yes. And at the last second, they say, hey, we could use your son too. So this is like a second job for the father, this opportunity. So he says, yeah, he's there with his kids. So the photographer takes the kids into the room to do the modeling photos. And a van backs up. They open up the hatch, and out goes not only his kids, but about 20 other parents they tricked out of their kids. These are broke families. They're on they're all their dicks in the dirt. They can't rub two nickels together. It's an opportunity to help their family. All the parents are there, and they're waiting for their children to come back out. Door closed. The van backs in. They open a door. There goes all the children. This is a true story. It's a true story. Shit like this happens all the time. That may be a little extreme in Sebastian's case. We don't know. But what is retarded is to continually hyper-focus on Chris and Kate. And the police don't think that. YouTube does. The police don't think Don and Candace are guilty. YouTube does. It's fucking retarded. And if you want to help any of these children, you have to. You. I don't care if you hate me and you're watching me this. You know I'm telling the truth. Entertaining chats that do that, you're a loser. You're a loser, and you don't care about these kids because maybe you don't think. Maybe you just don't understand the law. I won't be too hard on anybody. Maybe you just don't understand the law. I don't know what it is, but it's ridiculous with anybody with a brain. And the case is going to get cold. 3 years until the case gets cold, and then the chance of the kids being found is less than 1%. Less than 1%. Summer Wells, she's at 0.5. 0.5% chance of ever being found. Sebastian is right around the corner. If you dwell in these chats, that hyper focus on Chris and Katie. If you people think that the TBI, the FBI, the local police even don't have every fucking detail, man, we live in the AI world and the world of technology now. You don't think the fucking police have every fucking thing a YouTuber could dream of, think of? Stop. They do 10 times over. It's crazy, man. That's what I want to say about 1 year missing. Who's up in the house? Sorry to be dismal about it, but we'll have some laughs at this point forward. All right. What's up, Innocent? I appreciate that, Brady. Sorry for the comments, man. I wanted to, you guys know I got ADD. I can't stand watching these trash creators saying Chris and Katie with no evidence. I refuse to watch them. That's very smart of you. Yes, they move them all over the world. So true. The CIA was involved too. Brady, you've been paying attention. Good for you. Did you guys know the CIA, as of yesterday, Tulsi Gabbard fired over 100 CIA officials? You guys know what they were doing? The CIA, our intelligence in the United States of America, were doing these weird message boards, and they're talking about peeing out of their fake vaginas. They're talking about getting their buttholes hit with laser beam. I'm not joking. You better Google it. Our CIA people. Trump is cleaning house. That administration's cleaning house. And that's what I mean by you got to pay attention to what's going on in the world. A lot of people, I made the community post, people don't even know the Epstein client list is coming out tomorrow. We got to demonetize these celebrities. We got to stop this shit. There are going to be people we don't know that went to that island, and we have to unfollow them and don't give them no traction. Demonetize them. That's the way you hit them in their pocket. You see what happened to Bud Light a couple of years ago. People are mad. Elon's in there. Shit, we're about to get 5,000 back because of all the fucking fraud. They're talking about there's people on Social Security that's 350 years old. What the fuck? And then people are mad about that. Why? I don't love Joe Biden, but if he had Elon in there, I'd be like, shit, Elon's doing his thing, $5,000, I'll take it. Why is Trump the only motherfucker to give us checks? Why? Crazy as fuck, man. Crazy as fuck. But Trump is big on ending the human trafficking. James O'Keefe just had a whistleblower on the border. This lady's risking her job. What the cartels do is they send juvenile traffickers in. There was a guy, go to OMG Media or James O'Keefe. He used to be called Project Veritas, but he doesn't have that channel anymore because there was a lawsuit. So it's OMG Media now, James O'Keefe. The cartels are sending in juvenile traffickers. There's a kid 17 years old. He got caught. Think about this. He got caught trafficking 20 times from Mexico to the United States. That means 20 fucking times he brought people over here, kids and all. 20 times the United States under Biden sent them back with a pat on his hiney. 20 times. They're smart. I was just telling you, it makes no sense to sell dope on the corner. There's too much risk. Why would you do that? Go snag a kid. I'm trying to tell you what's going on, man. It's stupid to think about parents. People are doing that for clicks and views because you know what? Nobody knows this information. I could post, hey, Epstein client list coming out tomorrow. How come I don't have 200 likes? Nobody fucking knows what's going on. How many people knew that there's a juvenile that got popped 20? Man, I pay attention to everything going on in the world. And that's why this shit makes no sense to me. It's stupid.
You cannot think that, like, I mean, maybe people are lonely and bored and they want to, like, I think there is some people on YouTube that know everything I'm talking about and just entertain it. Like, yeah, I think it was Chris and Katie. And they're like very grown, very wise, very knowledgeable, and they know it's complete bullshit. But maybe like they like the creator and they entertain. I don't fucking know. I couldn't tell you. Yeah, man, it's crazy. They got comic books in fucking Swahili, trans comic books, but people in fucking North Carolina starved from that flood. It's crazy as fuck. And you got politicians crying about Elon. Look, fuck, let that motherfucker look at what he's finding. Who cares, man? We're gonna get a 5,000 back, y'all. I mean, who? Why would you cry about that? It's crazy as hell. But enough about politics. I try not to bring that to the show, but when we're talking about human trafficking people, it's very hard not to talk about politics because that's the problem in itself. That is the problem in itself. And hey, man, I got no bias. Whoever's on that list tomorrow, I don't give a fuck. Right, left, center, libertarian. I don't fuck all y'all. Got no bias because that's a big piece. Man, that's a big piece of the puzzle, people. It's a big piece. That is like a that scene is like a he started a lot of this shit, man. You know, cartels, criminal organizations, they copycat stuff. You know what I mean? You gotta you gotta think outside the box, as the title says. But anyway, man, that's what I wanted to say about Sebastian gone, one missing. I don't think none of his parents did it. I don't like, you guys know where I stand. You know where I see, you know where I am with Seth. I don't like the green team. I've been clowning the whole green team for years. Just look back on the catalog of videos. They just look really stupid now. You got one dude who shoves blue gum balls in his penis. One lady who face plants in the computer every single night. You have the lady with the forehead. These people are comical. Did you see the picture I posted on my community wall of Hong and the entire goof troop? The lady wore her fucking army fatigues to court. You got Overbite there and fucking uh, uh, Kim Jong Un. Did you see that shit? When I look at that picture, I found on Twitter. I'm like, why are they making memes? Look at this goof troop. Like, who are these people to like make fun of anybody's looks? It's comical. I love clowning these people because they're all morons. But anyway, man, it's just it's comical, like it really is. But I did want to do a review on the dog stuff. I found another dog interview and a bunch of his lies that we can have some laughs about on this 1 year anniversary. But before I do that, it's time for a parole officer call. So Ernie Show, he's another one of these guys who, with the massive, it's all the parents and this and that. This guy is the biggest scumbag. I did a video that it has like 300 or 400 views, and in the video, I'm like, this video is not going to get any views. I don't like even talking about the guy because he's a complete and utter nobody. But I don't like what he's trying to do to Don and Candace. And he did try to start doing this to Chris and Katie, but I think he felt like out of place. I don't know. He'll probably go back there. But what we're going to do, he recently has been in jail in a few months because he stole a van and lied about it. Now, he's got orders to follow, just like Nick the Hat. I'm tired of these people attacking parents. So what we're going to do live right now, I think tonight we're going to call the probation officer now. And then after we do this review of Dog's Lies, I think we'll call the dog line as well, if we have enough time. But I want to call, I want to give a special shout out to my supporters because, like I said, I pulled in my parking lot at work and bam, somebody shot me the probation officer number. I asked for it in today's video and you guys rock for that. I really appreciate it. So let's give this guy a call. And I'll go back to my email real fast and get the number. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. We got to get some likes going on here, y'all. We need some likes. I get so many Bush people watch this channel. It's unreal. I think I have like, you ever look at my live views? Like I just put up a thing. I got like 470 people in here and 78 likes. Like if I have that many haters watching in the bushes, just go on and subscribe. Like you guys come here every time I go live and go in the bushes. Like what the fuck? Just you might as well subscribe because you're here every time anyhow. So like, why are you here? It's so weird. No one else's channel has this. It's so fucking weird. Pay attention to it. Every time I go live, look at the views and it's fucking it blows my fucking mind, man. It blows my mind, dude. It really does. Y'all reach out and hit the like button for me, man. This is ridiculous. All right. Anyway, let me find this email real fast. And I can do it on this phone. I can call on this phone. Beautiful. All right, here we go. So I got the guy's name and everything, but this is a weird one. So let's give him a call. And so just so you know, before I call this probation officer, this guy has faked AIDS. He's faked cancer. He fakes everything. But we're gonna have to keep him off the internet. Where's that? Oh, shit. So I'm doing a thing right here. I'm gonna have to text this to myself or something like this. I can do this. Okay, bam. Let's do it like this. Give me 1 second now. Okay, there it is right. So parole officer's name is Justin Luttrell. This is note to myself real fast. Phone number is 502-782-8911. And Ernie's probation code is 564583. So give me 1 second. Let's send that. 564583. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Damn, we got what we needed. Now let's make a call. Five six four five eight three. Justin.
The person you are trying to reach is currently unavailable. Please leave a message after the tone. When you have finished, please hang up or press the pound key for more options.
Hey, I'm looking for Justin. He's in charge of Ernie Shell's probation, and Ernie Shell's probation code is 564583. Look, the guy is unhinged, and I realize you probably get a lot of phone calls about this guy. He's kind of a mental case. The thing about it is he keeps going on social media via YouTube and attacking the parents in an active Amber Alert and missing child investigation. Now, I'm hoping to reason with you, Justin. See, Justin, here's the thing. I myself have been incarcerated and have been time before, but you live and you learn and you move on, right? You don't make the same mistakes. And I'm just hoping to reach out to you in hopes that you can maybe talk a little sense into Ernie, because I I don't want to see the man get incarcerated, get violated, or a police report get filed for harassing the family. Because at this, all I can do, Justin, is reach out to you because you're his probation officer. The next step is the parents in this case are going to have to file stalking and harassing charges. And at that point, a police report will get filed. Now, Justin, I'm having faith in you that you will talk to Ernie and all this will go away. And I wish I don't have to make this phone call, waste your time, waste mine. But if you could please do everybody a favor, and just talk to Ernie. Now, you can reach me, Justin. My phone number and my name is Matt. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Justin. You have a terrific day. Well, we got that done. Y'all keep me notified. I can't watch that dude. He's a moron. It's all live. It's all weird. It's like literally like me watching like I I have a problem like watching the people. I can't enter like at least like how to explain this. Like Betty, I could hate watch because at least like every now and then she'll say some extravagant like stupid thing that I could laugh, right? But and it is painful, don't get me wrong, but I can't just like watch people that are like utterly lying. Like I fucking can't stand it. I can't do it. And it's kind of a downfall of my own channel because I like clown on what all these people do, but I can't even stand to watch the shit. Like I like just so you guys know, like I rely on a lot of what you give me, clips and timestamps. I make videos on that. I can't even stand to watch it. So look, man, keep me updated with it. If it keeps going on, we'll keep doing that. And then and I will follow through with that because I will make Don do all that to make all this go away. Promise you that. So keep me updated. I'm not gonna watch his shit. He goes live for 10 hours, says a whole bunch of fucking nothing. It's like lame, dry, boring to me. I'm just not doing it. But anyway, seriously, it is painful to watch him. Totally. All day, innocent. You already know. But I found some Dog the Bounty Hunter stuff. It's 1:51 a.m. Yeah, it's here too. In Harlan, Kentucky, Justin is most likely asleep. Yeah, but Justin will walk in to his office tomorrow, 8 a.m., and be like, fuck. Here's what I could tell you. A little insight, shall we? I was once on probation, not harassing families, not doing anything. But people that I would review caught wind I was on probation, and they got big ass hurt about my parodies and videos that I made. So they decided to call my probation officer. No sweat off my balls. I didn't break any laws. I didn't harass or stalk anybody. It's my free speech. A parody is not against the law via YouTube or by the police. You know, you can clown somebody all you want. You know what I mean? It's perfectly legal, but they would make these extravagant lies up, right? And the probation officer didn't understand YouTube at first. And she would call, and she would, and the first time she called me, I'm just giving you some insight of why I call probation officers, because it's happened to me before. So she called me once about YouTube, and I'm like, I fucking got mad as fuck. I'm at work, and I was pissed, because it was some idiot that I reviewed, and I caught myself trying to explain to somebody who's not in our world how YouTube works and trolls and whatnot. And I didn't do a good job at it, or my attitude wasn't that positive, shall we say. So what did I do? Call wifey at break, and then therefore wifey intercepted all YouTube probation officer calls, would go from hater calling probation officer, probation officer would then call wifey, and they had a great relationship, and it actually worked out in my benefit because I don't even know this lady, but because my haters keep calling and lying, I got to know her better. Well, wifey made that happen for me. But one time they lied so bad, she finally understood me. I just called this guy, I didn't lie at all, and I will follow up on it. But these people call my probation officer and go like this. Like literally, one time they go, I get a call, I'm at work. And she's like, Matt, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm working. She's like, step outside for a second. I'm like, oh, fuck. I already knew it was YouTube. So I go outside and I'm like, what's going on? She's like, so I got a call yesterday for your YouTube channel. And so you were doing fentanyl yesterday and you were drunk driving. And I'm like, oh, was I? She's like, yeah, I got a call yesterday and I'm going to need you to take a drug screen today. Yeah. So the lie was I was doing fentanyl, drunk driving. I got in a fight with Noelle, threw her out the car. Yeah, so she didn't call Noelle this time. She had to call me, which she never liked to do because Noelle always intercepted the phone calls due to my abrasive conversation with her about YouTube the first time. So she calls me now. She doesn't want to call Noelle because Noelle's in the lie. So I'm doing fentanyl. I'm drunk driving. I get in a fight with Noelle. Did I hit you? Either I hit Noelle or I threw out the car and I picked. You left the house and you fucking picked up your whore. Yeah, then I picked up some whore. So all this lies. And I'm listening to her tell me this and I'm like, oh, interesting. And she's like, so what time do you get off work today? I'm like, 4, like always. She's like, I'm going to need you to take a drug screen. When's the last time you did a drug screen? Yesterday. She's like, oh, that's when I got the phone call. I'm like, well, wouldn't I have had fentanyl and alcohol show up? She's like, oh, alrighty, have a good day. So there was no more YouTube phone calls because I kept telling her like these people are just playing you, like, but here's what I learned: someone on probation on YouTube is not a good thing. They have to like investigate every call. So that's why Justin will be calling her tomorrow. Bet your life on it. But I didn't lie. And I muted because I don't want my phone number out there for the internet. Or whoever's going to watch this live, we already know there's 1 million people watching with 10 likes. So they'd probably jot my number down. So I muted it, but I gave them my personal number. No problem giving them links. I'll send them my fucking video of me telling. I'll send today's video. I'm like, I'm going to call a probation officer. No. It's got Ernie's recording. He can't dirty delete anything. He can't hide anything. Extravagant lies, harassing. No, I swear to God, I will. Any better comments? Blessing. What's up? Got to change. Send Noelle cough if you need help. Justin is pretty good. You know him? Ernie deleted most of his videos. That's why you can't delete that. I got 2 clips. The dude said that Don Wells bent over Benny Keys and poured them in the asshole. Like, dude, come on with the lies. Like, why would he do that? Like, Don Wells is like a serial rapist. He just had to pork Benny Cheese butt cheeks. He just had to pork his butt cheeks. He just punched him in the back of the head, flew him over the bed, pulled his britches down, and went to hammering. Like, dude, could you have thinking of anything better than that? It's out of control, man. He's dead serious too. But anyway, man, off the last live. Oh, let me play this too. I'm way behind. We got into a thing. I will play the shortened 1 year thing. I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys have seen this. I shared on my community call. Well, this is the shortened 1 year opposite the one they did or what? But this is 1 year Sebastian Roger missing, Kristen Katie It's 6 minutes long. If you what really got me mad was this. Was this right here. Oh shit, you guys can't even see this, can you? Yeah. No, you can't. Okay, no, you can't. So let me show you this, man. This really got me pissed off. As I'm listening to this earlier this morning, what is this, dude? Okay, so before I make it big and all, it's the shortened clip of the 1 year. But if you go to the comments, dude, it is so like this is what I was talking about earlier in the stream. This is all YouTube people. Go to these comments. I'll drop the link in the chat, or you go to my. If you're watching this on replay and I forget to do it, you can just go to my community wall and it's up on there. But let's play this.
The last time I saw my son was when he went to bed.
Tonight marks 1 year since Sebastian Rogers disappeared from his home near Beach High School in Sumner County. He's 16 now, but there are still no confirmed sightings or leads in the case.
Fox 17 News' Kelly Avellino sat down with Rogers' mother, Katie Proudfoot, and the search for her son and the ongoing public scrutiny surrounding this investigation.
She's a
a voice and an exuberant smile that have been missing for a year that Sebastian Rogers has gone without his favorite things.
Cats are the number one. He loves animals, almost all animals.
Animals, video games, books, and any chance in the pool.
He loves water. He swims like a fish.
Sebastian also missed his birthday.
I'm just going to say it because no one else will tell you guys this, or maybe they don't have the insight on it. Anybody who's in this chat, watches this replay, who's followed both Sebastian and Summer, I hate to say this. But it's very important. I hate to say this. As I'm watching this video, man, one of the first thoughts that come to my mind was you can tell they're wearing the stress. If you look at photos, Chris Proudfoot, not so much. I've seen him look like 3 different ways from the earlier interviews, and then this interview, and then when he was in court with Betty. Not him so much, but Katie. And I do not mean this in anything in a disrespectful way. Please don't take it like that. But you can tell she's wearing the stress, and as to be, expected. And I only say that because I look at earlier pictures of Don and Candace, and we're not talking about like 10 years, people. We're talking about 1 year in one case and 3 in the other, and you can tell that the parents are wearing the stress. You really can. I mean, if you just go to this video and read the comments, you'd understand why. And it's sad because it's all from social media. Not one comment under this video, and they are disgusting. They are disgusting. Not one comment has anything relevant or remotely close to what law enforcement's talking about. But it's all YouTube and Facebook groups, and it's sad. So yeah, my first thought was there. You can tell that the stress is. I mean, for Christ's sakes, what normal person can take all that? Um, your kid goes missing. That's got to be like mind-boggling and life-changing in itself. But then to sit there and listen to these channels just fucking convict you of doing some harm to the child that you love. Doesn't matter what YouTube says or what type of parent YouTube thinks you are. I mean, for Christ's sakes, these people don't even have profile pictures trying to tell people how to parent. They're afraid to show their face, got fake names, but they're very opinionated. But I mean, you read those comments, it takes a toll on you. Trust me, I have a channel. I read a lot of comments. It's not good for your mental health. Joe Rogan says, don't do it. If you're on social media and you have any type of following or whatever, do not read the comments. He swears by that. And I used to get mad because channels didn't comment back if you leave a comment. I get it. At some point, you grow so much, you can't possibly keep up with them all, or it's not good for your mental health. But that's, if you put yourself on YouTube and you want to do this, you put yourself on the internet. But for a parent with a missing child, they're gonna see what the public thinks. They're gonna want to read. And yeah. So again, it's not a dig, but they're wearing the stress.
Birthday.
December 7th. He turned 16, and he should be home for that.
But Sebastian, who has autism, hasn't been home since February of last year. After dinner at the Texas Roadhouse on the 25th, Katie says she and her son went home.
Did anything happen the night he went missing that might cause him to run away? Was he punished in any way? An argument? Just a normal night?
It was a normal night. It was a calm night.
That turned tumultuous by the next morning.
It was when I went in his room and he wasn't there. He wasn't in his bed.
Katie says she frantically searched the house and drove around the neighborhood at 6:30 a.m. until she and Sebastian's stepfather, who says he was away for work at the time, called police.
We need you to search your properties every day.
But an Amber Alert and an extensive week-long search didn't yield one significant lead or even a glimpse of the boy on any doorbell cam video. Days later, investigators combed through a landfill 2 hours away, still saying they had found nothing.
There is no evidence to support foul play is involved in the disappearance of Sebastian.
But at this point, you don't rule it out.
We're not ruling anything out.
For the next year, any activity involving Sebastian's case would fuel droves of online followers and even a restraining order against one YouTuber.
There were quite a bit of people that were, sending some very threatening and hateful messages to us.
What would you say to those people?
Just stop.
Fox 17 News sent the Sumner County Sheriff's Office.
Hey, real quick, man, about that. Y'all don't get too discouraged. I made a video on Betty this week. It was blocked in some countries, so I don't know if everybody got to see it. If you didn't see the Betty video that's before the Ernie Shell video, then you're probably outside the U.S. and it was copyright blocked. I didn't feel like fighting it. I didn't get a strike or anything like that. The video wasn't monetized, no big deal. But what I can tell you, right? Listen to what I'm saying. White boy don't lie to y'all. So listen to what I'm telling y'all. Don't get discouraged that the court date was that she did one of her court plays, right? This is what I'm going to tell you guys, and please believe me, and I can't tell you why, but I really need you guys to listen to what I'm saying right now. Bullhorn Betty's going to jail. I promise you guys that. I wish I could emphasize a little bit more. But our next court date will be April 2nd. April the 2nd is her next court date. And Bullhorn Betty will be going to jail. I can't tell you how long. We'll have to wait and see. But don't get discouraged. Her days are numbered. And when that day comes, a lot of you will look back and be like, holy shit, White Boy was telling the truth the whole time. I don't lie to y'all. And if I could tell you, I would. But sometimes, man, your word is important. People tell you stuff. You can take it to the bank. She's going to jail. That's all I'm going to say.
Office, the lead agency in the investigation, a list of questions in anticipation of this story, including asking if there are any new leads, what kind of evidence detectives have vetted, and if
So real fast, 319 criminal court. Yes. So Brady, very good comment. So the reason that 4-2 is very important, and the reason that she recently did the motion for the continuance, she has to get through one set of courts before she can face the other, right? That's what's happening right now. And she was initially brought up on, listen, people, she's going to jail.
if investigators still believe there is no indication of foul play. Sheriff Eric Craddock responded in an email saying, "This is an active and ongoing investigation. We continue to work with our state and federal partners. We will continue to seek a resolution in this case."
What do you believe happened to Sebastian?
Unfortunately, over the last year, I have thought
What's up, Jay? If I told you guys how I know that, where it came from, you wouldn't even believe me. But you might you might be yeah.
every single day, night, every moment of every possibility of something that could happen to him, where he could have gone, if he had gone with someone, if someone took him willingly, unwillingly, if he'd run away and got lost, if he'd a million different things. And unfortunately, I don't know.
But Katie and a private investigator she retained believe this piece of surveillance video taken the night that Sebastian went missing could be a lead in the case.
1217, a couple 100 yards away, there's a figure.
The Sumner County Sheriff said the video has no relevance to the case, but
I don't understand this, man. Like, there's a video and somebody clearly running around, running away. You can see it. You actually can see it very good in this video. I don't get why it's not relevant. I mean, look, we don't know what the police have. They might have more information that they're cuffing back and not letting everybody know. That's why it's not relevant. They might have a better lead. We just don't know. But it's sad to see, like, even that, like, the people say it's the trash truck. I don't think it is. Whatever, the lights video, the unedited lights video. There's something there. I don't know what it is. Regardless of what's there, they can't tell you what or who is in the video. Either can they on this one, right? This one I think is important, and I understand why Chris and Katie would want to clutch onto this. Why wouldn't you in their position? So we don't know what the cops are thinking, man, or what they have. I just, if it's hard to believe that if they have nothing, right, they would dismiss both videos. If they have jack shit, and they're not going to swipe to the left both these videos. If they have nothing, you would think. Well, I asked SF when he found this. I if you guys go to his post on X when he posted this, if you go under his comments, I asked him. I'm like, great work. I said the police have to have some type of technology to enhance this, correct? And he responded. He's like, yes, they should. He gave me like a long response, but it's weird that they just dismiss it, which makes you wonder what they really have, man. We just don't know. We just don't know.
But the Proudfoots aren't dismissing it until the identity of the person is confirmed by investigators. Unfortunately, any possible break in Sebastian's case has gone nowhere.
No child goes poof. He's somewhere.
Sebastian's father, Seth Rogers, has also endured a year without his son.
Sebastian, son.
Seth brought in a team offering their own reward of $347,000. That's on top of the FBI's $50,000 reward.
To my people on X, can we please get the reporter on this video? Can we get her X handle and educate her about Not Bright Media? Can we educate her that there's an active person on parole? I mean, a simple Google search will tell you that a person on active parole cannot start or lead an intelligence agency. Can we educate the reporter about the fake satellite images? Can we educate the reporter about so many things? Can we educate the reporter that she went on national media and with Dog the Bounty? We should really educate this reporter. Maybe we can tag her in multiple posts. And I don't mean to be a dick or be spiteful towards her. With links, with information, maybe we can educate the reporter that the head person in this intelligence agency ordered prostitutes to their neighbor's house and then called the police on them and actively worked for Bill Cosby against the victims, the women, the girls that were sexually harassed. Also actively worked against a detective that was working on a sexual assault case involving Sylvester Stallone on young, very young girls, that this intelligence agency wrote smear pieces against this detective, attacked his marriage. We should probably inform this journalist of why it would be a dunce thing to not do research. I mean, how does Not Bright Media have hundreds of thousands in reward money to throw on top of the FBI when Nick's probation costs and monthly supervision costs are not even paid off yet? The head person, Dog the Bounty Hunter, is in the hole with the IRS. The IRS is actively trying to serve him. They can't serve him because he keeps ducking and hiding. We should probably inform this one. Let's continue.
Stop looking is to give up hope.
Hope that's still evident among volunteer searchers.
I'm not going to stop.
Missing signs and ribbons in Sebastian's favorite color.
And God, right now we're seeking you to reveal the truth to us.
Katie says detectives searching for that truth left no question unasked.
Lie detectors. Yes,
I'll put it in the
for
chat
yourself and my husband.
Which Katie says they passed. We don't know what investigators say about the
Do that
test,
right now.
but Katie says they have
Stop
searched
it.
her home.
Thoroughly, many times. Cadavers, searchers.
What do police tell you at this point? What do they think?
Unfortunately, that they have zero evidence
Zero trace of the boy with a smile that's imprinted on countless hearts, especially, Katie says, on her own.
I would just like to tell my son that I love him and to know that we are never going to stop searching.
So a lost smile can be found. Anyone who believes they may have seen
Kelly,
Sebastian Rogers should immediately call.
oh, here we have it. It's on X at Kelly Evelino. It's at all capital letters at Kelly A. It's at KELLYAVELLINO at KELLYAVELLINO. We should probably tag her with some educational sources into what's really happening on the other side, because we would love for national media, not YouTube channels, to do real journalistic work into the case, maybe distractions of the case. We would love to see, who would love to see like a real deep down, a deep dig into this by a real journalist. That would be really good to watch. Only one we can do is tag her. So there it is. Hold on. Sorry, Bam. I'm taking it off for 1 second. Let me get rid of this too. Hold on. There is the X handle on the screen. I'll lift it so y'all can see. Bam, right there. Let's make it happen. I was trying to find her name over here. But yeah, these comments, guys, horrific. I'll read you a few. When she slipped up and started to say he would have, and she corrected herself, he turned 16, which is ridiculous because you could tell she's thinking about what she's saying. She said he would have been 16, past tense, 5 CPS reports in 22 months, and they were trying to put him in a group home. Well, Michael Hunt 3 is a moron, because I've had a look at the CPS reports, and if they were to come out this minute at 2:24 a.m. on February 27th, Chris Proudfoot would not be nervous. There would be another parental person, another father unit, who would be shitting his pants if they came out. She is not a sympathetic person. She's a suspicious person. She slipped up and said this. Tennessee is never going to bring charges on these parents. They don't even bring neglect charges on the Wells, and they were outwardly more messed up than these people. Why does the interviewer do the talking? I mean, this is what I'm saying. These people call for Chris or for Katie to come do an interview, but she can't do anything right. So why would she ever do another one? This is why you don't even see the Wells at all on social media. If you ever see Don and Candace, if you ever see Don on social media, it's on this channel right here. You might see Candace on Miss Daisy's channel in the chat. Maybe hit the link. Or she may come on this channel, but if she comes on this channel, it'll probably be to talk to my wife. What do you think happened to Sebastian? She does the same long exhale Jen Soto does right before she says some bullshit that discredits her knowledge or part in lady, like these people. She never once said her son's name. What is this person talking about? I'm sorry, I'm still missing. I can't even I'm not even gonna read this. It's disgusting. And again, I'm gonna put this in the chat. People catch this on the replay. If you type in, this is the name of the interview. The name of the video is "Interview Mother of Sebastian Rogers 1 Year Without Son." So if you catch this on replay, you can type that in the YouTube chat. But chat, here is the link one more time. It's just disgusting. I can't even read that shit, man. That was Terry Lynn Bams. What's that, innocent? I didn't see Kristen Katie in that one. But it's okay for Seth to tell searchers they were looking for a body. It's all bias. Could you imagine if they had Seth to the same standard as Katie, but nah, they can't see the fourth. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Noelle, can you grab the link, please? Innocent says. I don't know. LOL, they were offering $5K for info to messages to incriminate Granny too, remember? I'd like to know if any lowlife could come forward with a receipt. That'll never happen. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should, now that we get some, I mean, we should, I'll tell you what, I'm absolutely going to tag her with a few links myself tomorrow. This is a journalist. She seems pretty fair in that interview. I just want to tag her. Sometimes if you just follow somebody, you can direct message them. I would love to flood her inbox with some stuff regarding the case, people involving themselves. I don't know. Maybe she gets the okay from her boss. Look, man, you never know. It's social media. All you got to do is message somebody, and they look at it, they see it, they read it. If I send her one good link and it catches her attention, she brings it to the boss, and bam, next week we have a full deep dive. It's very possible, y'all. That is not like out of reality at all. There was one Katie done alone on one channel, then another was yeah. So yeah, Bams. This was like the shortened version. I was watching Jay for Justice earlier. There was like a way long one where she's talking about like she misses how Sebastian can swim like a fish, and then she was laughing at the green tea joke. So there's like an extended clip of this, I believe. I want to say this. I think I'm not sure. I think this like video here is like a clip or like it's like a clip or a shortened version of the longer one. I think it could be two different. I don't know. This case is just too much. You're right. You're right, Carol. Katie and Chris did another interview that was no longer was yeah. That's what this it was okay. It was with a different okay. I didn't know that. So so Bams, if you go to Jay for Justice's channel, just how I like screen shared this so you guys can see this. She played the long ass one, but people don't realize Jay has two channels. There's Jay is for Justice, and then there's Every Day with Jay. Jay is for Justice has a huge channel. It's like 100 plus 100,000 subs. Every Day with Jay is her second channel. She went live on her first channel today, which is Jay is for Justice, and played the extended one. It's like probably like 30 or 40 minutes long, if I had to guess. But it's got them talking about like certain things, like Sebastian, holding the green cup and the tea. He goes, green tea, green, and she misses the laugh. She talks about how he liked the water. If you watch that extended version, and you could even see it somewhat here, you could tell she clearly misses her son. She cries, but look, she's not perfect. Nobody is. A couple times, she's thinking about what she's saying. I think she's thinking about what she's saying. And going back to the beginning of this live, I didn't watch any of these asshole channels because they're going to pick apart every little. If she blinked too fast, they would comment that and associate it with like, oh, you see how fast she's blinking? That's what a guilty person does. There's nothing Katie could have said or done that would please everybody. But if you watch the extended version, you can clearly see she's upset, she's crying, she's grieving. So is Chris. Chris is like sitting there and he has to like break the uncomfortability, I guess. So he like throws, like, you remember the green tea thing? He like throws that out, throws that in there, which made her laugh, get over the, her kind of choking up and stuff. But the moral of the story here is, people, this lady was leaving food and water out of her on the doorstep in the hopes that her son, because she thought her son was hungry, for like weeks. A neighbor saw her doing that, crying. And if you watch the extended version, you can clearly see she cares about her son. But these people are going to pick apart it. It's what they do. They're assholes. And they don't care about these kids. They care about clicks and views and conspiracy theories and the ever longing. They cling on people's weakness. They cling on the what if factor so much, and there's so many blind, moronic people that just drive right into that. I don't get. There's a big crowd of people who follow missing children and true crime that are totally clueless of how the law works whatsoever, and they will totally bypass anything other than, I think it was the mom and dad. And it's so stupid, because if you understood the law and the data that they have, I've explained this a billion times on this channel. I'm not even going to do it. But what's up, Odin girl? I bet you did. Hey, white boy, just drop in and say hello and click like. I appreciate you so much for that. I absolutely love the kid you made. Yes. Yeah, she really did. She really did. I started watching BHB Live about Katie's interview. I haven't done that, Shay, but I will watch your clips on Twitter. I couldn't even do it. I saw the moron. I saw a picture somebody had. This moron was walking around, what was it, Kentucky, the floods, and she had like a fucking microphone like taped to her pancakes, and like penciled in media. I was like, what a fucking did you guys see that picture? Holy shit. Holy shit. Probably, wouldn't doubt it. All right, so anyway, yeah, here goes the link one more time if you guys haven't seen it. Go to Jay has the extended clip on her main channel. So real fast, a couple things from the last live. The last live, we watched that treacherous. Whoa, hold on. We already did that. That treacherous phone call of Dog the Bounty Hunter. So I got a couple clips to show you guys off that, because that was fun. But okay, here's a reaction to. So just so you guys know, right? On that phone call of Dog the Bounty Hunter, he said the N-word like 65 and a half times. So so then he goes and does an interview on like Entertainment Tonight and goes, well, what had happened was I listened to Eminem, and like, when I was in prison, I got a pass from the brothers. Oh, I won't just let me do it. So also, I want to show you guys a couple of things about Dog the Bounty Hunter, because he's a fucking joke. So on the last, what the fuck? On the last thing we watched, on the last thing we reviewed, the guy did like 1,000 lies, right? So this guy says that I'll break it down here in a second. He's trying to claim that him and his friends somebody robbed the dude for dope. There was a gunshot, blah, blah, blah. He got convicted of murder. And then he goes, what happened was I got sentenced to 5 years. Then I got commuted to 18 months. because I cut the prison warden's hair so swell. It doesn't work like that. No, the prosecutor would have to mitigate your sentence. The warden can't mitigate your sentence, you fucking moron. Like, I think I have to request body cam on this set arrest. We're gonna have to get the body cam. Because there's too many shenanigans going on with this story.
Back in class teaching the same old lessons. Donkey of the day for Thursday, September 2nd goes to Dog the Bounty Hunter. Now, Dog the Bounty Hunter sat down with one of the brothers, okay, Entertainment Tonight's Kevin Frazier, to address allegations that he is racist and homophobic because back if you a nigga.
It's not because she's black. It's because we use the word nigger sometimes here. I'm not going to take a chance ever in life.
All right, let me skip this voicemail because you guys have heard it, and he drops it like 1,000 times.
We use the word nigger. We don't mean you scum nigger without a soul. We don't mean that. But America would think we mean that. And we're not taking a chance on losing everything we got. The job, but you cannot work here unless you break up with her.
Wow. So he wanted his son to break up with his black girlfriend.
Well, we'll discuss. I just want to know, why is this a thing now? Because this was back in 2007. Okay, why don't we just let sleeping dogs that are bounty hunters lie? Like, why is this story coming up now? Also in that call, yes, Envy, he wanted his son to break up with his black girlfriend because they use the N-word. He uses the N-word, again, I guess he uses it the way some black people use the N-word for in-group usage as a term of endearment, whatever. But Dog wanted his son to break up with his girlfriend because she may hear them use it and it could bring their empire down. Here's the thing. What you do in the dark will always come to the light. And if what you do in the dark, okay, costs you to lose something when the lights come on, that means you probably just need to stop whatever it is you're doing when in the light. And that's why the N-word is so complicated and such a source of contention. Is it an offensive word? Is it only offensive when it comes from someone who's not black? Should it be in rap songs? And should it be so entrenched in our culture? Is it lack of etiquette to speak it out loud in mixed company? I don't know. It's an age-old discussion that will probably outlive us all. I do know that there is not a white man alive who has a past to use the word. Okay, that I know. I do know there's not a white man alive who should be using the word regardless of context. But according to Dog the Bounty Hunter, there are N-word passes being handed out to white folks in these streets, and he got one back in the day in prison. Okay, but according to him, he was just busted for driving with a suspended N-word license. Okay.
Lol. So does he play? Is the interview here? Did they play the interview? Hold on. Is the interview here? Yeah, look at this shit. Here it is right here. So this is him in the actual interview. So he's talking to some black reporter right here. So is this it? Hold on. I think it is. Hold on. Here we go. Watch this. This is the actual interview. Watch this shit.
Would you like to hear what he had to say to Kevin Frazier about that? This is good too. Would you like to listen?
Yes.
Listen.
She's been fed what to say. I have 3 people that are on my staff that are gay, men. My daughter's gay, baby Lisa. I don't understand why anybody would ever say that.
I hear what you're saying. But remember, proximity does not mean that you're not racist or homophobic.
Would I die for a gay man or a black man? I'd lay down my life.
We'll die. I need to see it. You got to prove it. When you say things like that, you got.
Yeah, no shit. Okay, that's not the part I was talking about whatsoever. It's got to be here. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, where's it at? So he's talking to the black. Here it is. Hold on, guys. Here it is. Hold up. Here it is.
And it was probably 3/4 from the black tribe. So that was a word that we used back and forth as maybe a compliment. My pass expired for using it, but no one told me that. To say a racist name doesn't qualify to make you a racist. I have more black friends than Eminem.
Who's the black tribe and who's the brothers? You got to tell me that.
Holy shit. The dude's talking to the black reporter. So the guy's like, so yeah, we heard the voicemail where you said the N-word 947 times in 2.5 minutes. And he's like, well, I got more black friends than Eminem. And what happened was when I was in prison, they gave me a pass. Like, dude. And then, so, okay, the end I didn't even hear, which is interesting because if you guys don't know, I've been kind of digging in about that Dog the Bounty Hunter. Last live, a lot of you guys did know this. So his daughter hates him, which we're going to do that. Matter of fact, we're going to do that next. I'm going to send the daughter a message on X. So I didn't know this. Dog the Bounty Hunter's daughter is gay, proud member of the LGBT community, right? And apparently she supports BLM and stuff like that. Whatever. Her politics are her politics, but she hates her dad. Now, she hated her dad before the N-word voicemail of 1,000 times in 2 minutes. And that's where all this is coming from, right? Her name is Alyssa. We got to send her a message. Let's go there next. Let's actually go there. Let's just go there. Dog is a murderer, a convicted murderer. Yeah. So I want to bust that hole down in his story too, real fast. So last live, if you guys were here, we had a fucking ball laughing at this guy, right? This guy is a joke. He legit is a joke. He literally, thank you, Canvas and Crime. I appreciate you so much. 5 memberships gifted. If y'all got one, say thank you. So he just is a fucking fool. We laughed our ass off because he was on some interview and he was lying his ass off. And we were just like, he said he can't read, but he just wrote a book. I mean, so then he's like, I can't read, but I can, this Bible verse here. This is the daughter. So this is the here's another interview I found, right? Just more lies to break down real fast. More lies.
That's not everything. Dog pulled me out.
No, why? No, because she was a rancher. A couple of years ago, a magazine called Westward in Colorado did it. Angel, the Whoop is Okole. For now, sometimes I do. And then, since you arrested me, dog, I've been done really good for 8 years now.
Here it is.
Discernment, knowing of spirit and the Lord and all that. I always, to this second, think about making my prison proud. And I finally did because of.
So he says he did. So in this interview, he admits that he did 18 months in prison for murder. Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. And the reason why his sentence went from 5 years and 1 day to 18 months is because he got a prestigious job in the barber shop cutting the warden's hair. Now, last interview we watched with receipts, he never cut a head in his life. He just magically went to prison, started cutting hair. He became a master barber. So good that he cut the warden's hair so swell that the warden said, "You know what, dude? You cut my shit so good, I'm knocking 4 years off your sentence." It doesn't work like that, people. It just doesn't work like that. Also, another lie that I encountered. Last interview we watched out of Dog's Own Mouth, he said that he was with his motorcycle gang member and they went to the guy's house. He told the guy, no, don't rob him. He's my buddy. Just go in there and buy the dope. Now, this was 20 seconds before he said, yeah, we used to rob hippies and steal their dope, which is a contradiction in itself. Are you robbing the hippies? Or are you buying the dope? What are you doing? So we'll have to go on what he says. So he's buying the dope. Wait a minute. Let's rewind. Why were you in the car? Like, I've bought weed 1,000,000 times in my day. I don't smoke it anymore. But I have to think about this, like, in real time. Like, if I'm with one of my buddies, right, and we have a mutual friend that sells the pot, right, why would I sit in the car? So you're talking about you want to rob him. And I'm like, no, don't rob him that sells the weed. It's my friend. Right? That's all cap. Here's why. If you know the guy that sells the weed and you were talking about robbing him, and I'm like, no, don't rob him. Then when we get there, just because you said some crazy shit, and I think you might do it, and that's my boy, I'm going up there with you. Like, why would I sit back in the car like, hope we don't rob him? Get the fuck out of here. No, I'm already doubting that you might do something crazy, and I respect this dude a little bit, and I know you guys both. Or I'm like, wait, I know the dude that sells the weed, right? And you're with me. So even if you rob him and get away with it, I know dude that sells the weed and he's living like that. I don't want him coming after me thinking I was plotting on this crazy mother. It all doesn't make any sense. In reality, what would happen was I would put the car in park, turn the shit off, and go up there and make sure the transaction is nice and smooth for everybody. Because I've already had a discussion. I don't want you robbing the dude for his weed. And I know the dude that sells the weed. So I don't want anything to get out of hand, correct? So this is all shenanigans. Now, in this interview, this dumb motherfucker with the blonde pubes has the nerve to say what had happened was I was with my motorcycle brother. There was 5. So this time there's 5 people. Last time it was only 2. So there's 5 people. The guy says he's going to rob the dude. Dog's like, nah, don't do it. The dude goes in, shoots him, same story. Now, here's where the story changes. Last interview we watched, as they're running away from the crime scene, Dog calls his girlfriend or whatever, and sporadically goes, hey, guess what? Was going to buy some weed. There was a robbery, and I'll go into the hospital. I'll call you later, babe. And sporadically and magically, the FBI, there was some type of Chandler phone or whatever the fuck he said. They tapped in, and that's what happened. Bullshit. But that was that lie. This time he's like, well, what happened is there's 5 of us. My boy steals the weed. I drive him to the hospital, and then I drive back to the crime scene. And what had happened was when I got there to check on my boy that sold the weed, the cop goes, did Dog have anything to do with it? Like, dude, you were 16 at this point. You weren't Dog the bounty hunter. You were just Dwayne Chapass. Like, no cop is like, did Dog have anything to do with it? But this is massive lies, people. Massive lies. But I'm only rewinding back. I'm going to drop the link in the chat for your viewing pleasure. Trust and believe I did the research. I just don't have the time. It's going on almost 3 a.m. I got work tomorrow. But I just want you guys to hear this fuck shit story about prison barber and what happened. And what happened was it wasn't the prosecutor, but the warden and my haircuts that shaved 4 years. Dude, get the fuck out of here. This dude's a lying motherfucker.
The warden, before he passed away, his wife called me and he got to see Dog the bounty hunter. And the sheriff, Sheriff Love, who asked the victim, was it Dog the bounty hunter?
He looks like
also got to see Dog the bounty hunter. And we spoke until last year, 3-4 times a month, and he died of COVID. So all the people that I, made shame for, I got to pay back because of the grace of God. So,
well, they got to see what God did in your life.
Yeah. Right. And
man, the comments on the new wife in this thing, if you think the Katie Proudfoot comments were bad, holy shit. Nobody is feeling this lady. They all were rocking with Beth. And this is a Christian channel.
I've never been embarrassed or shamed or ever to say it's God, because I'm half Catholic and I believe in the super. supernatural power. I know if God, but making my prison proud. And I finally did, because the warden, before he passed away, his wife called me and he got to see Dog the Bounty Hunter. And the 79, February the 6th. And he goes, when you walk out them gates, you're carrying all of our. As a kid, right now, we got to stop him. He couldn't go in the middle. Heavier than the Texas Rangers. This guy was an incredible man, and so was his daddy. So I said, yes, sir, Warden, I know all that. And he goes, well, I'd ask him what he was doing in here. I'm like, uh-oh. And the warden said, come to find out, he told me the same story you told me. Oh, I took a deep breath, just like ready to cry, but you don't cry in front of the warden.
Yeah.
So I said, yes, sir. He did. He goes, yeah. And I asked him why you're even in here. And you know what he told me, Dog? I said, no, sir. He said, because we had to stop that man. He going to be something someday. We, as a kid, right now, we got to stop him. He couldn't go in the military because he has too many felonies, but we had to put a stop to his life of crime. And so I was like,
that was so God in your life.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God. So then the warden said, now, you got 5 years and a day.
Listen,
you've been in here 18 months, and I knew I had, 4 years left. And he said, your birthday's February the 2nd, and I'd like to give this to you on your birthday, but I couldn't get the paperwork done in time. But I'm going to give you this here, and it's an FI, means you're done, you're out. And he said, I can't let you go on the 2nd, but on the 6th, you're out of here.
Wow.
And I'm like, 1979, February the 6th. And he goes, when you walk out them gates, you're carrying all of our reputation with you.
So people, I wish I had more time on this interview. I will promise you guys we'll get into this. There's like probably 7,945 lies in this 1 hour interview. But we are led to believe that Dog the Bounty Hunter went to prison, picked up a pair of clippers, and was so beast mode with those clippers that the prison warden goes to his cell and goes, bro, I really want to do this on your birthday and stuff, but I'm commuting your sentence from fucking 5 years to 18 months. Like, make it make sense. The prison warden does not have any more power than the prosecutor or the judge, not in 2025 or 1925. This dude is like Cap City. It's like I never knew. I never did not like Dog the Bounty Hunter as much as I don't like Dog the Bounty Hunter and Sebastian Rogers. So I never really thought about the words that he said. But the more I see him affiliating with Not Bright Media and the Truth Serum and the Green Hoodie and the fake reward money, we have to go back and look at these interviews. And people, there's lies galore. It's fucking comical. It is literally comical to just watch this guy in a simple interview on a Christian channel just dig himself a fucking grave. And when the grass grows green over the grave, the blonde pubes are still sticking out a little bit with a sign that's holding liar. It's bad. People, it is bad. This guy, we watched, I played 3 minutes of this interview, and we've already caught him in 3 lies. But if you put this interview up against the last one that I played, they both contradict each other. The timelines are fucked up. The people in the vehicle are fucked up. There's a phone call made. Then I went back to the scene. Then I did 5 years, 18. This guy at this point, I don't know if Biden or Dog the Bounty Hunter
I don't know which one shit in their pants and which one isn't eating crayons. Like, it's bad, people. It's bad. They have both lost it. At this point, it's sad. You're gonna start to see Dog the Bounty Hunter, like when you saw him try to find Brian Laundrie. He's gonna start doing like Biden did, falling upstairs off the bike, traveling 1 mile an hour. You're gonna start to see him eating ice cream. He's gonna plant the ice cream cone directly in his eyeball first, smear it all over his face, like Biden did. You're gonna remember when Biden met the Pope and shit his pants? Remember when he said, "For sure, this is in the upcoming days of Dog, blonde pubes." It's sad. It's sad, and I hate to see it, but this is what we're dealing with. Now, also keep in mind, this is the person. You basically have Joe Biden heading in front of Not Bright Media. You basically have Joe Biden saying, "We're going to find Sebastian Rogers. We promise you. We have $700,000, actually." Like, that's, we have to understand when Dog the Bounty Hunter speaks or is linked to Not Bright Media, we're looking at Joe Biden with blonde pubes. We're looking at someone who just tells, I don't even think Dog means to tell lies. I think his memory just remembers things differently this day than they did in the last interview. Totally different, actually. It's sad. I don't know what if to laugh or get concerned. But this is what we're dealing with. No, Biden did shit his pants. Google it. When he went to meet the Pope, he shit his pants. He had like a Dairy Queen soft serve ice cream down there. He had to scrape it out, throw it on the grass. But this is what we're dealing with Dog people, and it's sad. I don't know where we go from here. But this is your Not Bright Media. This is the head person, the lead investigator, if you will. The lead. Could you imagine? Like, all right, Joe Biden. No, it's Tennessee, not Pennsylvania. No, East Tennessee. We can't. Like, could you imagine? And then imagine like blonde pubes, Biden, shit pants, shit breath. Like, this is comical. This is comical. Like, the dude says he can't read in the last live, but we're made to believe he's in the whore lodge's live chat, as if Overbite Nick the Hat's not controlling that. Like, everything they do is an epic fail. At this point, Not Bright Media and blonde pubes have become the Biden administration that's getting sued and destroyed by, wait for it, Granny's Watching and Barbecue Lady. People, this is reality in 2025. And I'm here for it all. I'm so here for it. But 1 year since Sebastian went missing, y'all. Clown world. It's clown world. Yeah, don't hold your breath. Joe shit his pants on stage. He probably did that time too. I wouldn't doubt it. He lands out. He's Biden, Sarah. Florence, he knows how to. They look alike. Who would win a fight nowadays? I guess who would win a fight like Biden versus blonde pubes in a fight to death? I'd probably give it to blonde pubes, but who knows? That's what he said, Floyd. Remember, a shaman. Who knows what the fuck that guy said? There's so many clips of what the fuck of Biden. It's sad. I didn't like Biden, but you kind of got sad for him. Like, just stop this. And that's what you look at, like,
dog like with and not bright. It's sad. But here goes the chat, man. Here goes the link. If you guys really want to have a laugh, watch the last live I did and compare it to this live. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. You're gonna be like, oh, this is. You're gonna be like, oh, he's became Joe Biden. I get it now. And then you're gonna if you can get that much, you're like, oh, I get it now. There's no way he's gonna find Sebastian. And then like, if you can understand this much, then be like, wait a minute. There's Dog the Bounty Hunter and Not Bright. Not Bright Media. They like hyper focus and they all they do is talk about how awesome Blonde Pubes is. So if we can understand that Blonde Pubes is really Joe Biden, then what the fuck is Not Bright Media for real? Let's keep it a buck. Let's just keep it a buck, people. Let's keep it a buck. I mean, we all knew this, but if we got to break it down in layman's terms, let's keep it real. It's the 1 year anniversary. All right, y'all. I'm getting out of here. I hate to kill y'all with common sense and everything, but it is what it is. What the fuck? That ain't happening, Shay. He did some fake bullshit in Tennessee while he was there on some other stuff. Y'all remember that? Biden should have wore a diaper. Yeah. It is a scam agency. Han gets mad like a operation officer, don't he? Ooh. Have you been seeing his Twitter stuff? He gets mad. But I've been roasting him. They've been real quiet over there. Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder. I think they're about done. I don't see them being too much more relevant in the next couple of months at all. You're gonna they probably will milk this, but the whole hype of them is completely over. Especially after the last court date. Did you see that goof troop, that picture of that goof troop? Holy shit. What the fuck? Always, Flo. Absolutely, crimes has consequences. I just uploaded a short. Y'all check it out. It's Trump. Trump signs the fuck around and find out executive order. You'll have a laugh. Go look at it. It's in my short section. All right, I'm jumping off, y'all. It's like 3 a.m. I got work tomorrow. 1 year, Sebastian. The point of this live, man, gotta look outside the box, and that's for everybody. These assholes on here, I get it. It's drama. It's entertaining. These people are morons. I talk to a lot of you. I know you guys like watching these assholes to keep up with their fuck shit, and it's comical. They're idiots. But we gotta understand, man. Sometimes not doing that is the best way to hurt them, and especially with that Epstein list tomorrow, we gotta hurt these motherfuckers. We don't know who's gonna be on it, but we gotta unsupport all of them. All right, y'all. I'm out of here.